Okay, we've got a pretty interesting story for you. I own one of these at home, but have you ever heard of a neti pot? We've talked about it before on the show.
Yep, and I've heard of it only because of the show, though. And actually, one of our staff members first told us about it, so we thought we would check things out for you.
We're in the middle of cold and flu season, and how many of us have been walking around sniffling and sneezing? Well, I can tell you, I've already had my fall cold. We're here in the kitchen of a lady who doesn't typically get the sniffles and sneezes very often. Michelle Fife, you may actually remember Michelle. She's our yoga instructor, helped us with the office yoga a couple weeks ago. But Michelle, you're here to talk about Neti Pot. What exactly is this?
I am. Neti Pot is just a nasal irrigation system. It's an ancient Ayurvedic technique. It's really widely used in some cultures. They do it as often as brushing your teeth. A little less known here in the West, but it's just rinsing the sinus cavities with some saline. It helps to remove the dirt and bacteria that is in the mucus.
So you say nasal irrigation, you mean let's put water in our nose.
Exactly.
To clean it out.
Saline water. Yes.
All right, so you don't usually do this in your kitchen.
No, I don't do this in my kitchen on a regular basis. I do this in my bathroom, but just for space.
For layout, lighting purposes.
Right.
Okay, so you just put a little bit of sea salt.
Right, so I buy this bulk sea salt, and I'm going to put about a quarter teaspoon in, and I kind of eyeball it. Some people might measure it. And then you want to use some lukewarm water for this, and this is about the right temperature. Kind of mix it up a little bit so that you have the salt. I'm going to use my finger for mine because it's mine, but I won't stick my finger in Matt's. And I'm going to put it in my dominant nostril first, just the one that feels more airflow, and for me that's my right. Breathe through the mouth.
And that goes up around through your nasal cavity and cleans out the whole passages using the sea salt.
The second side.
And the idea is that it flushes everything out.
It does.
Well, now you said your husband had really serious allergies, and he started using the Neti Pot, and he doesn't take the medication anymore.
No, he doesn't. His allergies are so much more manageable now with the use of the Neti.
Well, I have a great friend and colleague, it's Storm Teammate, meteorologist Matt Kirkwood, who is allergic to everything. I think Matt's even allergic to his own shadow sometimes, because you're always sniffling and sneezing.
Yeah, I'm allergic to dust, pollen, the typical suspects, cats in particular.
And usually you get a lot of congestion.
Congestion, and that's why I have my nasally Midwestern accent.
And so you've agreed to do the Neti Pot here with us for 8 West. How do you feel? Are you a little nervous about it?
I'm actually more nervous for this than I was kind of.
All right, well.
No one's ever died using a Neti Pot.
All right, well, okay, so Matt has his own, just for hygiene purposes, he has his own Neti Pot. You've already mixed that up using the sea salt and the lukewarm water. So, Matt?
And just breathe through your nose. There you go. Let it go. Perfect. Tip the head a little more so it doesn't get on your face. I'm sorry. How do you feel?
Believe it or not, pretty good.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Where are you living?
Well,
it's fun. It's fun to Neti.
It's fun to Neti. And I guess if you're looking to live well, the Neti Pot may be
Sometimes you don't.
something you want to explore.
I wonder if Terry owns one of those.
I don't think so. But I know a lot of people that use a Neti Pot, and they swear by it. They say
They love them.
It does help. Now, get this. If you're trying it, it is a little bit of an art that I don't yet have down.
Matt had it figured out.
You gotta just give him total credit for trying, because
You do.
he does have a lot of nasal issues. I mean, he's a person that is plagued all winter
Allergies
and in
and
the spring.
Everything else, and I'm terrible because I don't know if I could do it or not. It's something
It's
I
not the most
haven't tried
comfortable
yet.
thing at first.
It doesn't look very comfortable, but I suppose if you're really looking for relief, it's something that's relatively
Sure.
natural that could really help things out a lot.
And you get better and better, so, you know, great kudos to Matt for kind of stepping up and being willing to kind of demonstrate as a
Yeah.
beginner.
A fine job they did, and we're going to be talking about something a little bit more, say, appetizing?
And yeah,
Is that right?
a little bit easier to keep down, maybe?
A lot easier to keep down. Hold on, and you'll see why coming up right after this.
This is 8 West.